Where do I check whether I'm live? Give me a minute. Where do I check whether I'm live? I can't see.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jerry. Today we're going to be making an ebook cover mock-up for an iPhone.
I'm alive. I was watching myself trying to make sure that I'm live, but I can't. I need to stay here, so I block this. So I see whether I'm live, but I can't. I don't know what happened there. But we are live. Today I just wanted to make a video on how to get your first 100 subscribers, because starting YouTube is harder than what maintaining it. And I'm sorry, I'm moving a lot. I'm just trying to see the best angle. No, put its device back. There we are. So getting your first 100 subs is usually not the easiest thing and not the hardest thing. And we have one person joining. If you can tell us where you're coming from and your country and whether you're starting YouTube, obviously. So where was I? Getting your first 100 subs. Some people don't even know when they get to 100 subs because it happens super quickly. Some people have like a really hard time, but the advice that I got when I first started doing YouTube is your first 100 subs come from your family and your close friends. And I know it's so hard to tell your friends that you have YouTube. Generally, 5 years later, people will come to me and be like, and maybe I mentioned to them, I have a YouTube channel, and they say, I want to watch it with you. And I will literally hide because it sounds, if it still feels alien, like it still feels weird. I literally like cover like this so that I don't watch them watching me. You know, it's so funny, but those close friends that you have in your family are usually like your first 100 subscribers. And I remember for me what I did when I started. Obviously, for me, I would say it was a bit easier because it was during COVID. And oh, you're from the US. Good to have you here. Are you starting YouTube for any chance? Okay, so when I started, it was during COVID, so everyone was at home, and it was very easy then to get subscribers. Like generally, it was the easiest thing, I think. If you had a chance to start YouTube during COVID, you just know how easy it was to get subscribers because everyone was on their phone the whole day, stuff like that. So I just like took the link to my channel and I shared it with my family, my close family, not my mom, because then I was still in school and I was supposed to focus on school, not YouTube. So I shared with like my brother. My brother found it weirdly. I don't know how he did. I think I told him, and then my brother told my sister, and then my sister told her spouse, my brother-in-law, and then that is how I got like the first few subscribers, and then the other bunch of it came from my close friends. So I just like closed my eyes and just shared. There's children making noise outside. I hope it's not bothering the stream. I just like shared the link to my friends, just like, let me just do it because I might as well. It's not gonna do anything. And I just shared, and so many of them were like, what do you mean you're doing YouTube? You seem so shy. And it's true, I'm still shy to this day. But I just was like, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know what I mean? So I just shared and they subscribed, and that is how I made the mark to around 50 subscribers. And obviously, when you're sharing your videos, you need to have like content on there. Don't just tell people subscribe to my channel without content, because people want to see. It's not just like we're subscribing for fun. Like, I usually say this, and I've had a lot of creators also mention it. When you're a YouTuber, you need to, if you want YouTube to work for you, you need to take it seriously. Just like the same way you take your day job seriously. Like, you wake up, you grind, you go to work, you beat traffic, you know, all those things just to get to work. It's the same thing with YouTube. You have to like sacrifice, you have to grind. I'm not the best human with going live, but now I'm live because I have to be live. For this is the direction that YouTube is taking, live streams. So it's not like sometimes you do these things because you want to. I know it's obviously you want to do it because it's fun and everything, but sometimes you have to push yourself even when it starts to come in. And when you come to YouTube, like, you have to push yourself. You have to get yourself out of the comfort zone. You don't want to, like, today is Sunday afternoon. I could be doing anything else other than live streaming, but I really want to grow this channel. I really want to, you know, keep rising. I really want to hit like 5K by March. You know what I mean? So you just have to grind. Like, you have to grind seriously. So now we're at 50 subscribers. I don't see the chat. I don't see anyone else. Where do I see? Okay, let me try and play with these things a little bit. Retouch is on. Oh, I'm smoother now. Okay, now it's off. What else is here? Lighting on. Lighting off. Okay. Those ones, I don't know what they do. I'm trying to look for where the chat box is at, and I don't see it. Should I move back? I don't see it. Okay. So where were we? We're at like 50 subs. So after 50 subs, I then the way I got the other 50 was from YouTube based communities or YouTube based Instagram groups mainly. And as I said, I started at 2020, and then there was a lot of YouTube groups, and everyone was trying YouTube, and you know, so there was a lot of those communities, and that is how I got my other 50. So you have to join them. As I said, you have to do things that are out of your comfort zone. You have to really push. You have to really like want to do this if you want to do YouTube properly, and if you want it to pay you good money. And so some of those groups, like if you just go on Instagram and you search, I don't know whether they're still functional now, and you search something like Black Creator Society, I think I was in one of those. There is also like, you can go with an area where you're from, and then you have like blank YouTubers or YouTubers from a certain area. That is how also people connect. And that is how also some of these big creator groups happened to be, because they realized there was a bunch of YouTubers. Like, my neighbor is a YouTuber, I'm a YouTuber, and you know, YouTubers, we are solo people. So you go to that group and then you realize your neighbor is also a YouTuber. So now they collaborated and then they became a group, which is obviously a bigger thing and a better thing. So like, those communities really helped me. They are not necessarily sub for sub groups, and I don't recommend those. 6 years in, I don't recommend it. For a short while I tried to do it, but those subs all go off. So don't even waste your time doing that. Don't waste time buying subscribers. It's going to kill you. You're going to waste your money for nothing. Just focus on making good videos, videos that people want to watch. Ouch, that was painful. The quality has to be good. Like, focus on being there for the people, not being there for yourself. So for us, for our groups, what we would do is, we also had like a fitness creators group. So my first channel is on fitness. This one I made way later on, but like, So now if you have like a workout you're doing, I go to your channel, I like the workout, I watch the workout, I engage with the content because it's something I'm really interested in. And then if you're in fitness, you also come to my channel, you engage with the content, you subscribe, you like my videos, you become a fan, right? And it's a fan who cares, and a fan who is going to watch the videos, and a fan who is going to be there. So even if you're in groups, don't just be in groups like you sub to my channel, I sub to your channel, and that's it. No, that is just a pretty good way of saying sub for sub, which doesn't work. So you need to like align with the right group of people, or people who you know that you're going to love their content and you're going to be watching all the time. Don't just like subscribe for fun, because it's going to hurt you in the long run. I'm telling you this right now. In 3 weeks, the sub for sub guys are gone, especially if you pay for it. They're just gone, and they're not, it's just going to be a big number. So you see someone with like 6,000 subscribers, but they have like 10 views on their channel. It doesn't make sense. Well, sometimes it does in the context of it's one video that is bringing people in, but like in this context, it's not gonna be working. And you will always tell channels that grow authentically and channels that are fake channels, because they're still there and you still get monetized. And the moment you get monetized, you're going to see the real reason why subscribers, the number of subs doesn't count if they're not authentic. You need a real fan base. You need to engage with your audience. You need to understand your audience. You need to do research about your audience. You need to do all of that good stuff. All right? You need to take YouTube seriously if you want it to pay you seriously as well. So that is how I got my first 100 subscribers, and that is how most YouTubers would get their first 100 subscribers. I know I'm talking like I have 3 million subs, but no, I only have like 4,300 on this stream, on this channel, and then I have 12K on the other channel, which is actually struggling. Yeah, and that is what where's my manners? That is what I wanted to talk about today. Other than that, I just saw a text from, yeah, people deducted money to pay for wave games. Just that. The other maybe thing that we can talk about, because I wanted to go live for like 30 minutes, and I'm 13 minutes in and I'm so tired. How do people stream for 3 hours? How do people do this? How do people stream for 3 hours? I'm already feeling burnt out or tired. I think I'm just used to doing short videos. And then I'm talking all the time. So obviously I'm getting really, really, really tired. Okay, maybe we can answer some like of the most common questions asked when for YouTubers. And I can see I got them over here. And maybe I can just go through them. Sorry guys, you are falling. And I'm sliding as well. Okay. What is the best age to start YouTube? Genuinely, there's no good age to start YouTube. You can start YouTube at 13. You can start YouTube at 15, at 21, at 26, at 30, at 40, at 60, at 80. There's a channel about baking, and it's for a guy who is in like his 70s. And that channel, the recipes are so good. They have like a ginger snap recipe. I don't know whether I can see. It's called, I don't know. I don't think I can get it from here, but I wish I could. It's actually really, really nice. So you can start YouTube at any age. Remember, you have to just like work for it. You have to grind, you have to sacrifice for it to work. So don't think about it too much about how old you are. Okay? How long does it take for you to grow on YouTube? Again, this depends on your sacrifice. And you need to see my whole face. Yeah, this depends on your sacrifice and what you're like, the amount of work you're putting into YouTube, and if you're doing the right thing. And you can start a YouTube and grow up to like 1,000 subs within the first 6 months. That is what happened with me. At the time, I was not taking it seriously. Genuinely, it's just a video that blew up, and I was like, oh, I might be a YouTuber now. Some people get like 1,000 subs in a month or something. So it depends on the type of work you're putting in, what YouTube is recommending at the time. Are people liking your work so much they're subscribing in? It all depends, but the thing is, you just have to keep going. Always keep going, always keep grinding. Don't stop. Don't think about it as like, it's nothing. It's just a little fun channel that I have over there. Just, I don't care so much about it. No, you have to like really grind for it if you want to grow quickly. They usually say for you to have like the first 1,000 subscribers, you need to have like what, like 30 videos, which is a lot of videos, by the way. That is a lot of videos. If you imagine, when you're a starter, you edit a video in 6 hours. So one video, which is not even 5 minutes long. So imagine if you're supposed to do 30 videos and you're supposed to be uploading every single day. It's very hard, but to increase your chances of growing quickly, you need to have a high number of uploads and upload frequently. It also shows YouTube that you're a serious YouTuber, so they start pushing your content out to people who want to see your content, or to the people who watch content related to yours. So if you're doing cooking videos and you have like 30 of them, so YouTube will start pushing your content to people who like cooking videos, something of the sort. You get what I mean? Is it okay to pay for YouTube? No, obviously. We did talk about that. The whole thing about sub for sub and like for like and view for view. I know getting 4,000 watch hours again is tough. And just to make you guys realize how tough it was, when I joined YouTube, that is when they rolled it out. Before, it used to be, I think, 1,000 watch hours. But 4,000 watch hours, that is where the money's at. You know what I mean? It's so hard actually to get 4,000 watch hours. When you think about the number of people that you're supposed to get, or the number of views you're supposed to get for that. That is why things like live streaming really helps, because if I do even like a live stream for, say, an hour and 10 people join, that is 10 watch hours, compared to me doing a video of 5 minutes and the same 10 people watch the video, and we are talking about them watching in its entirety, like they're watching the entire video, 5 minutes, no skipping, no nothing. That is 50 minutes. So compare 50 minutes to 10 hours. Obviously, the people who are doing longer videos are advantageous. So it's better to do longer videos and also prioritize on live streams. YouTube is really trying to prioritize live streams, because it's funny that TikTok, Reels, Instagram, everyone is going towards shorts, and shorts was a really big thing during COVID and even up to like last year. But when streamers started coming up and Twitch is coming up and it's doing its things, now YouTube is starting to go back to live streaming, because at the end of the day, remember, the primary goal of YouTube is also to make money and to have as many people on their site as possible and for the longest. So they've started realizing, yes, people will watch shorts, they'll keep scrolling for like an hour, but what if, but people will like scroll for like an hour, and then that's it. And then these other apps are bringing so much competition, especially TikTok when it comes to shorts. So how about we have people watching live streams for that hour, for like a live stream for an hour or 2 hours? That is much better because they will have to stay there. Okay, so with TikTok, you'll watch like 20 TikToks, and then you go on Instagram, you watch another one. But on YouTube, for a live stream, for one, you'll need to be there watching the live stream. You know what I mean? Or something long. So now I feel like the whole trajectory of YouTube and live stream is coming back. And that is why even things like podcast channels are coming up really fast, because YouTube is starting to really value those long videos. Like, not, before we used to say 8 minutes is long, or like 10 minutes is long, but now YouTube is starting to look at like those long videos, like hours or like 45 minutes plus, those kind of things, because you're keeping people on your site for that whole time, which is what they're trying to look at. All right, and maybe we can just speak on watch hours. Number one, my best tip for you to get watch hours quickly is do live streams. Do not sleep on it. It's one of the best ways for you to get live streams. Like for this video is already 20 minutes long. I've already been streaming for 20 minutes. So 10 people are joined. So that is already 200 minutes, right? That is already 200 minutes. Divide that by 60. How long is that? That's like 3 hours done within a 20-minute stream. So imagine I keep going for like an hour or something. And the beauty of streaming is it doesn't have to be a structured video. I think that's the best thing about streams. They are not structured. So immediately I finish this stream, it's going live. I'm not bothering editing it and doing all the crazy things. It's like, sitting down afterwards and thinking about it. I just upload it the way it is and it does its thing, right? So don't sleep on live streams. Even if you have one person joining your live stream, I promise you everyone started from there. I have another one from the UK. Hi. Okay, so how much money do you make? I don't like answering the question of how much money do you make on YouTube because it's not straightforward. But I will tell you, right now I'm not making a lot. I'm making between 20 20 and I'm gonna say 20 to 60 euros. A figure in between that. I'm not gonna tell you what, because first of all, it's not like you make one figure. Today you can make 0, tomorrow you make 60 euros, the other day you make 20 euros, the other day you make 40 euros, the other time you make 130 euros. So it's not like a given figure. It depends on geography, the length of your videos, but mainly geography. So if you're from the US or Europe, Australia, New Zealand, those countries have like high CPMs because most of their companies will advertise on YouTube and they trust YouTube as a good place to put ads about their companies and their products. Countries in Africa and India, they still, I don't know how I would call it, they still don't have like the confidence in YouTube. So most of the companies in those countries will not like put their ads on YouTube, making the the creators in those countries get paid less. So for example, in the US, I'll have like a CPM CPM, or let me just say CPM and RPM, it's a whole thing, but RPM is the amount you're paid per 100, per 1,000 views, ad views, right? So in the US, I'd have like a CPM of, say, an RPM, sorry, of around 4 or 5. Also, the type of content you're making really matters. I think it even matters more than geography. Topics like finance, AI, engineering, medicine, like you just know those electrical things, those kind of channels may have high CPMs because of the industry they're in. Like the industry they're in, they're able to make a lot of money. So like in the US, I'd have a CPM of like an RPM of like 3. And then if I check on geographies, a country like India would have like an RPM of like 0.2 or something like that. So the difference is actually crazy. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether you can influence that. Sometimes it's just luck. What can I say? What can I say? Some things you can't change. It's just how you found them to be. Yeah. But if there's a way you can influence yourself to get more US views, maybe do that. Record your videos in English. I don't know. Recommend. I don't know. But either way, I think the US has a big fan base. So obviously, you always have like US viewers. But if you're non-US, you pay 30% tax on the views that you get from the US. I still don't understand how that works, but there's something like that. So you just want to make sure that you note that. We have like 3 minutes, and I think I'm going to end my stream in 3 minutes. In those 3 minutes, so that is a good like half an hour stream, because I also need to edit a video for JoyFit, and yeah, and also get on a very important call. So yeah, that is my stream. I've been going for 30 minutes and I don't mind. Maybe I can just like take this time to talk about what are my goals for YouTube this year. Number one is to be consistent, because I really want to be consistent on YouTube this year. I want to upload more often. I would like to hit 10,000 on this channel. I would like to hit 10,000 subscribers on this channel, and I would also like to increase the amount of money that I make from this channel as well. So that is also a goal. I'm not going to tell you how much. And the other thing is I want to also work on my fitness channel and grow that up to 20k subs, so that I have like 30k in total from that channel, 20k from that channel, and 10k from this. So that means gaining 6,000 from this channel and gaining 8,000 from my fitness channel. And how do I do that? Upload. Stream. Shorts, if you're doing shorts, do your shorts. If you're streaming, do your streams. If you're doing your videos, do your videos. Just like grind. To me, this is my grinding year. I just want to grind as hard as I can, especially when it comes to YouTube, because there is a lot of potential. If you're using AI, use AI carefully. YouTube is really catching on people that use AI and not their real face, their real voice as well. Actually, I did have a video banned because I didn't show my face on it. And that is what I was saying. If you want to do well on YouTube, be your real self. Don't care about how your place looks. Like right now, it doesn't look good. Some people would say it looks good, bro. But don't like focus on, just be there yourself. It's going to be so much easier for you. I'm telling you this right now. I would have monetized this channel 3 years ago, but I didn't have any videos that showed my face. I tried to do all that faceless channel thing. It didn't work because YouTube will just deny my monetization request and say, you're not a real person, you're not showing, like, your videos look AI generated, yet they were not. But they really love to see that it's a real person, like your face is on there and that it's you who is talking. So things like that really increase authenticity when it comes to YouTube and increases your chances of getting monetized. And that is the end of my stream. That is how to get your first 100 subs and a few more sprinkles of more tips that I have learned. I'd love to do this again every Sunday for streaming. Just like come on here, just like stream, connect with other people, see what everyone is getting into, you know. That is the end of my stream. So where do I end this? Bye guys.